She was the most amazing cook.
She has been one of the strongest people that I've ever known.
They just look at the world like it's a beautiful place.
He would tell us stories about riding into town in a horse-drawn wagon.
They had a relationship with me that was very playful, almost kind of like an inside joke or a secret friendship. One of the things that I think grandparents bring to the table that is so different from what parents bring to the table is that generally there are so many more of them in the picture. There are 3, 4, 5, and sometimes with extended families, maybe 6 or more grandparents that bring to the kids, the grandkids, such a more well-rounded perspective of the world and also a playfulness and a lightheartedness that comes just with experience and time.
He's always excited to see us. He's always excited to help. He loves being a part of my wife and my kids' lives. And I swear this man is a prime negotiator. I think he could go to a dealership and convince the car dealership to give him a brand new car and pay him for it.
In the mornings, if we spent the night there, I would try to tiptoe down the stairs and wake her up. I thought I would one of these days surprise her and be the first one up. Never happened. She was always waiting for me in the kitchen, and she had her warm coffee and her lap was always ready for me, and I could always crawl in her lap, and you never had to be anyone you weren't.
At 94 years old, she made her way to the passport office and got a passport just so she could travel to another country to see me get married.
She'd always leave me with quotes for the day, much like my father does now. My favorite one will have to be, the greatest thing you'll ever learn is to love and be loved in return. That's my definite favorite one from Grandma Marcy.
They taught me to work hard, have a steadfast faith, love the beach, drive a car, and revere Texas Longhorn football.
She really gave me is a sense of gratitude.
She believed in me when I couldn't, and always held space for me when I was suffocated in doubt.
They literally changed the course of my life just by being such important advocates for my future.
They were incredibly kind, determined, hardworking people, and I'm proud to follow in their footsteps.
She would make pies, and she would make just cookies, but they were never good. But you would eat them anyways because you love grandma and you wanted to make your mom happy.
In the summers and in the fall, we would sit down at her giant farm table, and my sister and I would peel countless apples with my mom, and we would make pies for an army. And it was from that that I learned how community is created in something as simple as a pie.
She was a very strong piano player and a great singer, and always encouraged me. When I started looking at music, she pushed me and she wanted me to work harder in the musical endeavors that I had. And I'll just always remember how strongly she supported that.
Love and acceptance, and she met you right where you were, loved you for who you were, and you just enjoyed every second with her.
They had a relationship with me that was very playful, almost kind of like an inside joke or a secret friendship, really just very lighthearted in a way that my parents at the time were not able to act upon because they were busy with the daily nitty-gritty of life and raising kids.
She just wanted us gathered around the table, sharing food, sharing time, and playing cards. And I really think that that value and that love she had for connection and time together, face to face, really will stay alive inside of me, and hopefully I can pass that on to my children.
They've seen a lot of, I think, awful things in their life, and they've raised tons of children, and they've still been able to be kind, and they just look at the world like it's a beautiful place. And I just love getting to spend time with them, and that's just such a valuable relationship that I'm always going to hold really close to me.
But the best thing about my Gaki was she would answer any of my questions, which might explain to all of the teachers at Aspen Academy why my child asks so many questions.
She traveled to another country to be a part of my wedding when she was 94 years old and couldn't even drive herself to the office.
Even if you live 2,000 miles away, it doesn't matter. Your grandchildren love you and you play a big role in their life.